Here it is, the 2019 Toyota Highlander. This is the hybrid version, limited trim. It is decked out, 3 rows of seats. This is a good looking vehicle. I like the green that I have here. You also notice that on the front of the car, there's some blue accents in the Toyota logo. That's because it's a hybrid. There's also some hybrid badging listed around the car. So all that is on this vehicle. The Highlander is one of America's most popular 3-row crossovers, and with good reason. It's fairly nimble for a midsize SUV, it can go off-road, it can tow, and it handles well for its size. Throw in a hybrid engine and you increase fuel efficiency. Sounds like a decent formula. The 2019 Highlander Hybrid comes in 4 trim levels: LE, XLE, Limited, and Limited Platinum, and depending on trim, room for 7 or 8 passengers. We have the 7-seat Limited Platinum in all-wheel drive, and it is super comfortable to get around in. The front 2 seats are plenty wide, and visibility is not an issue. Much like the standard model, the hybrid version comes with plenty of great features, including advanced driver safety aids such as automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitor plus rear cross traffic alert, dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure warning, and pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, just to name a few. Here inside the cabin, our 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system with navigation is easy to manage but could use some updates. Still no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but it's nothing a few USB cables can't fix. You'll find the convenience of 3 USB ports up front with a pass-through for your cable so you can keep your phone plugged in while it sits on the storage shelf above. That's a bonus. The usual suspects are on the steering wheel, Bluetooth on your left, cruise control and safety features such as lane departure and cruise control on your right. The instrument cluster adds the extra element of economy and efficiency. You'll see it right there on the left-hand side, along with other hybrid visuals. Overall, the cabin and front area is quite intuitive. Here's a quick look at the backseat legroom and headroom from the perspective behind the passenger seat. And here's a little footage of what it looks like with my 2 infant car seats in the middle row. So I really like the option of the captain's chairs. You can see the space between the 2 infant car seats that are rear facing, and then you also have this armrest with a pair of cup holders in between. So back here with me behind the passenger seat, it's an easy entry inside, still plenty of leg room between my knees and the back of the seat, and this seat is actually a little bit further back than the driver's seat, which is my position over there. And headroom is great, made even better with this panoramic moonroof that goes all the way back, nearly behind my head in the middle row. So super spacious and super comfortable here in the middle row. Total cargo capacity is competitive with that of the Pilot. Both have around 84 cubic feet of volume with all seats down. With all seats in place here in the Highlander, you'll get 14 cubic feet of volume behind the third. Not super impressive. The Pilot has 16.5. Folding down the captain's chairs is a 2-step process, and the directions are very easy to see here. Step 1, pulling this lever here. And so the seat comes forward a little bit. Now you can slide this forward to access the 3rd row for passengers back there, and of course those will be smaller passengers. You can also just lift this up to bring this forward, back into position. Now there's another way you can fold this flat to utilize a flat cargo floor by pulling this here. Now watch what happens. Now it lays flat. So if you were to fold down the 3rd row and the middle row, you can utilize a flat load floor there. Talk about super easy, barely an inconvenience. Instead of having to open the entire lift gate, if you want to access what's in the back, you can press this black button right here, which opens the glass, and now you have access. So if you have some groceries you want to load or unload and take advantage of some of this cargo space, you can do that right there just by hitting that black button. Again, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Vehicles that compete with the Highlander include the Hyundai Santa Fe, the Ford Explorer, obviously the Honda Pilot, Kia Sorento, the Volkswagen Atlas, and the Mazda CX-9, just to name a few. Obviously, the most significant difference between the non-hybrid and hybrid versions of the Highlander is the powertrain. While the standard model offers a choice of either a 4 or 6-cylinder engine, the hybrid comes exclusively with a V6 paired with electric motors. The combination makes 306 horsepower and close to 30 miles per gallon in mixed driving. And for those of you in snowy climates, all-wheel drive is standard. I found the engine fairly responsive even with the electronic CVT. The front wheels did seem to pull quite a bit during acceleration as opposed to an even distribution of power from all 4 wheels. Otherwise, it's a quiet and peaceful ride. Oh, by the way, our limited platinum package is responsible for that panoramic sunroof and surround view parking camera system, as well as the heated steering wheel and heated rear outboard seats. For a 3-row crossover family hauler, the Highlander has a lot going for it, even though that third row isn't much to write home about. Not much has changed from last year's model, only a few minor exterior styling changes. So for an MSRP range of between 36 and 50 grand, is it worth a look? Absolutely. Definitely test drive one and make a list of what matters most to you and your family. It would certainly be on my list of considerations. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks for watching. One more thing before you go, I've added links to some of the best-selling automotive accessories on Amazon right now, along with links to some of my product reviews. You'll find it in the description below this video.